Okay, I guess I'll move to make sure you see all the details. To start, you take your lacing needle, you just tie it on, just set it down, just tie a knot right here onto your first mark on the right side. Doesn't have to be super tight. So you tie the knot, boom. Take your lighter, just melt it slightly to help it all stick together. There, that's good. So now you're gonna make the master cord. So you just wrap it around 3 times. Close together. There. And I always do this with a copy of Gilpatrick's Making Wooden Snowshoes open beside me. I will link that. It's still very helpful. Yeah. So you go around here. So I have 4 on top, 3 on the bottom. You go around and under. And there you go. You've made the master cord. Yes, you can see that. That is good. So now you go, the next part, shift it forward. You go down here and you make your first tie on the bottom. This is going to take longer than normal to do this. Okay, so I hold it like this, and you take your clamp it on. Your spring clamp's very important, invaluable. And then you wrap it around twice. It's important when you make these ties here, you always wrap it on the same amount of times, but at least twice. And you want to wrap it going toward the other side, you always want to wrap it going toward the direction that you want to go. So I wrapped mine, so I came under and I came on this side of it, and then I went around again. So that's a very important detail. Really helps making sure you get the right look to your thing. So now we're going to go up to the top, and we're going to make the first, what does it call it? Side tie? We're going to call it a side tie. You can use your fingers like this to keep it tight. Okay, so now I got to scooch back so you can see it. There, yeah, you can see it. That's good. So how I do that, then you take it, put it around. You want to keep these ties as tight to the side as you can. And I'm going to use the clamp too. It's really important in these first initial stages, like I'm coming up inside. Really important in these first initial stages to keep everything real nice and tight. So I go in 3 times, pull it tight, and then you go around like this. Hold that tight right there. Go around once more. You push it all the way up, as far out to the side as you can. And that's how you make a side tie. The next thing you do is you make what's called a Lark's head knot on your second mark on this side. So what that means is you go over, while holding this tight, over, under, pull it tight. Now is a great opportunity to move your clamp it on there. You go under and through. And there's your Lark's head knot. What I like to do is push it down and tighten. I want everything to be tight at this stage. Another really important thing in snowshoes is to go over and under the right things. So here we're going to go over and under. The first, lacing a snowshoe is like riding a bicycle. It's really hard at first, and then it becomes more natural. So here we're going to do another Lark's head knot. I always find it more difficult on this side than the other side. So I'm going to clamp it. Come up here. Down. And through. Just really got to make sure it's tight. And now we got to make a side tie the same way we did on the other side. Come over, wrap around the master cord once, go in, pull it tight. Yeah, it's also very important that you make sure you don't tie any knots in your string accidentally with the lacing needle. Sometimes that's to happen and then you're really in a pickle. Then you go once more around the master cord like that, and there you go. Whew. You can see everything. And so now we duck down to the bottom. You can even put your clamp right on here. Now we go down and we put another tie right here. So we go over the top, under the bottom. And I always try to put the base of this line where you want it. As you do your wraparounds, it'll straighten it out. Take your clamp it. And again, twice around. And pull tight. Okay, so now I don't have a name for this. I don't have a name for this little technique, but it's very important. So you're going to go through this little opening, go through it, and you come out the other side. Pull tight. And into your next Lark's head knot. Over and under, over, you clamp, under, over, whoops. Okay. Hope you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah. That one's a little too loose for my liking. That's tight enough for me. Okay, next step. Same thing as what we had before. Through here. That pulls everything, just pulls everything snug. And then back down to the bottom. I know you've already seen the detail for that. Oh wait, that's one too many. There. Symmetry. Symmetry is what we're going for here. Okay, so now you're going to make a second tie like that. So over and then under. And try and get as close to it as possible. Take a bit more line, more rope. Move your clamp. Oh no, you can't see it. There, perfect. Okay, yeah, you guys can see it now. Yeah, so I'm just doing the second side tie. Going around. Yeah, just going around. Okay, and so now you have the next part is the weaving. So I have a guide that I'm looking at right here. Yeah, but you need to go. I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna hold this. So you need to go under. And over. I go under this one, over this one. Yeah. Yeah. If you mess up, if you would have gone over and then under, then it would have just gone right between the fibers, right between the ropes, and it wouldn't have made sense. It would have kind of looked dumb. You'll know if you make a mistake like that, you'll know. You know, and it's important to do all of these exactly as I am doing. If you try and take a liberty, you will be wrong. And then your snowshoe will not look right. There. It's actually looser than what I want again. Okay, so I'm gonna clamp that, tighten it up. Yeah, don't be afraid to tighten up. Don't be afraid to go back. Fix your mistakes. Yeah, over and under. And you can straighten and adjust these as is needed. Okay. Oh yes, making, well, I don't know even you can see there. Yeah. So we're making a lark's head knot. Okay, what's next? What's next? Okay, we got some just weaving. We're gonna make another side tie right here. Go over. And now around. Around. Yeah, y'all have seen that detail already. So I'm going 3 times around here. That's what we got. I'll go another time around here. Very important, keeping everything tight. Everything tight. Then we go over and under. Oh. Down here. But yeah, I didn't mention it before, but the best way to lace a snowshoe is to do what I am doing. Sit on your snowshoe. It is the best way. I keep getting interrupted. Yeah, okay, so I made the little loop there, then made the next lark's head knot. And again under. Okay, yeah, just make sure we're doing this. It's right here, yeah. Ah, no whistling. Okay, yeah, so there we go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here, through there, down. We're gonna make the first main tie. So that's kind of the next new thing that we're gonna do. There, going in. Okay, so I'm gonna shift this. You can see there. Okay. So making a main tie is actually very similar to making a side tie. Slightly different. So go up against the side. Oh. Yeah, wrap it around once, pull tight, and then you make a loop around twice. So, yeah. There, one. So wrap that around there twice. Just gonna get this line out there. There, that's how you make a main tie. So then you just slide all this over. Yeah, and your boot just pivots in here as you're walking. Like that, yeah. Okay. So hope you know what we're doing now. Pull tight and into the next Lark's head knot. Oh, I'm messing up. There. Just like that. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna weave up here. Then we're gonna make our second main tie. You can do the main tie without the clamp as long as you just keep everything tight. Keep this tight. Just hold your finger down on it. There. Main tie's done. Starting to look a lot more like a snowshoe, eh? So now I have, we're gonna go down over to this corner again, but there's a very important detail you all need to see. This is where the weaving starts to get a little bit more complicated. The further you get along, the easier it is to keep everything tight, but also the weaving gets more complicated. So, yeah, so this one right here, we're gonna go under this one. So we're gonna go over. Wait. Yeah. So we're gonna go under here, then up here, and then through here and under like that. Like that. Yeah. You can pull it to the center like that. And then we make our next tie here. you'll end up with, you should end up with 7 when you're done. 7 ties on the bottom. Yeah. So then we got right through here, back here, pull tight, go into your Lark's head knot. Every Lark's head knot always goes on your next line. That's very, very, very important. Don't be afraid to go back and retighten, because you're not going to get another chance to retighten. Okay, so now this step, very important. So you go over these first 4, count 4, go over, and then you're going to come under this one. Then you're going to go over this one, and then you'll come under this one, over and under the last 4, just like that. Up under. You can push it up, slide it up, just like that. And you clamp it and clamp it tight. Okay, there we are. Now we're gonna go back down here, make our 7th tie right there. We're gonna go in here. Okay, so now I'm almost at the end of my little rope here. End of my rope, literally. Yeah. So at this point, it's just a few rounds of lacing to close out the snowshoe. So you can just follow my little lead here. We'll go over the first 3 here. There. You go under these three. Pull it, straighten it out. Okay, can you see this little detail? So we're gonna come, how are we gonna do this? We're gonna go under the master cord, come back over, and then under this again. Like that. That's our little cinch knot right there. And then we go back down. So you can actually take your clamp and put your clamp on that. Keep that tight. Just keep going. Okay, this detail, go over. Wait, can you guys see? Let's go forward. Okay, so the detail going across here, go over the first three. So count 3. Yep. And then under and over. Tighten. Okay, so I only have enough rope to really go up to here, and then I'll have to put on a new spool. If that happens, you need something like at least, I would say, 60 feet of rope for the main body, and then yeah, so you need like 10-15 feet per the heel and the toe. So I think you need about 100 feet total per snowshoe. So yeah, I'll just lace this up and then yeah, tie it on. So you have some crazy glue in your snowshoe kit, and I find the crazy glue works excellent as a way to bond it together. There. So I'll just make a little loop-de-loop here. And tie it off. and I'll be back with more rope and crazy glue.